What's up? Welcome back to another video. So today is the second video of 2023 and very fitting today. We're going to speak a little bit about resetting goals, intentions and just dreams, hopes, those kind of things for 2023. So I think I mentioned in my previous video that I started prepping for the new year around, the last week of December or like around there. I started prepping and stuff for the new year just because I was pretty amped on being done with 2022 and moving on to the new year. So I thought we can chat a little bit about just like, some random stuff that I've done, or I don't know, new ways of thinking about things, or goals that I have for the new year, just like random stuff like that, and how I have just like done a little bit of like a reset for the new year. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing like groundbreaking or none of that stuff. It's just stuff that I wanted to do and I think helps me to start fresh, feel positive and better and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. Okay, so maybe I should just talk a little bit about last year. 2022 was not ideal. I would say it was, there was really a lot of highs, a lot of things that was really good, but there was also a lot of lows, and actually really unexpectedly a lot of lows. And I just feel like, especially towards like the second half of the year, it felt just like if it went like downhill from there. So I was pretty ready to be done with the year around November already. I was like, I actually can't wait for the new year. It's not like I have to wait for the new year to make changes, but that's just the way things worked out. So yeah, it wasn't a great year, but it was fine. But I think just having another year that wasn't that good, and yeah, I think I felt like, you know what, enough is enough, and I wanted to, be more proactive at trying to make the next year better and finding a little bit more joy and being a little bit more bold, with, making decisions and, going for certain things. I think I've been pretty reserved, pretty vanilla, I would say, with setting goals or making difficult decisions or taking big steps, all those kind of things. I think I've always been pretty reserved because, don't like disappointment. Obviously, no one does. So because of that, I've never been like this like fearless person that just goes for stuff. But I am slowly opening my mind to being a little bit more bold. It's not like I'm flipping a switch and from the 1st of January I am living free and wild. It's not like that, but I think I cannot sit and always be like, okay, cool, I'm not happy with this, I'm not happy with that, that's not right, but I don't really do anything to change those things, so that's just not fair. So it's more about, I know the things that I would like to change, I know in which areas I need to work a little bit harder on, those kind of things. So in order for me to see the fruits in those areas, I need to work a little bit harder and make choices and so on. And I cannot blame anyone else except myself. So that's something that in 2023 I am going for. So I've seen a lot of people do like word of the year, like what is their word of the year, and I thought long and hard about this one because there was a few that stood out for me, but I came to the conclusion, and my word of the year will be determination. I am extremely determined to change things, to better things, to work harder at the things that I feel is important for me in my life. So determination is the word for 2023. And that's basically like a little story or intro in terms of how I'm feeling. I feel so ready for this year. I mean, a little bit nervous, not gonna lie. Making like big bold choices is not necessarily my thing. So I, hope it pays off and that I do make the right choices, because you also don't, you don't always know if it's the right choice, but we pray that it is the right choice. There will always be people that don't understand your choices. There will always be people that do understand your context. They do not come from the same space that you come from. They do not understand your background. All those kind of things. We all know that. We're all different. But because I've always listened to everyone else and what they think is right and the way that they would do things, that's not made me happy. And I've done it for so long, and I'm just tired of doing that. I pray that the choices that I make is the right ones and that I will be led on the correct path. So, I'm making it a little bit more serious than it really is. It's just that I've not, I think I've not been bold enough to go after things that I think really is stuff that I would really like to achieve in my life, to have in my life, to surround myself with. So for this year, I'm going to start taking steps in that direction. It might take a few years, it might take some time getting used to, that kind of thought process and stuff. But anyway, that is what 2023 is for me about, is determination to go after the things that makes me happy. So let's get into the decluttering and the resetting for 2023. These are just like a list of things that I did to just declutter my space, my mind, all my stuff, and just small things that I prepared for going into 2023. But you can also do it still now, because we're basically still in the beginning of January, so I think these are still all very much applicable to do. So first up, I decluttered my cell phone. There was so many nonsense on my phone, it is ridiculous. I deleted all photos that is basically just a random screenshots of something that I wanted to buy or something someone sent to me, just a random bunch of photos and videos that I really do not need on my phone. I deleted all of that. I unsubscribed to every promotional email that I ever have received, and it is maybe the best feeling in the world. My emails are cleaned out. I deleted all the nonsense. I unsubscribed to every email that I don't want to receive anymore, and it's basically changed my life, because I used to get around 40 promotional emails every single day, and it just cluttered my inbox. So I did that, which was a big thing. I also went through all my apps and deleted basically every app that I really do not use anymore, because I can always download it again if I need to, but it's just no point in having a bunch of apps that I never look at. So I deleted all my apps that I do not use regularly anymore. And then to tie in with that, I also deleted my social media. On the morning of the 1st of January, I deleted my Facebook, Instagram, and my TikTok. I kept YouTube, obviously, just because I'm not going to stop uploading videos, but I also don't always consider social media and YouTube to be exactly the same, because with YouTube I don't mindlessly scroll through the app the whole time. It's more like I just watch, like, 2 or 3 videos of my favorite creators, but I don't find it super toxic and time wasting like all the other apps. So I've kept YouTube on my phone, but that's it. No apps. Have not been on social media since the last day of the year, I think. Yeah, and it feels so good. I have no need, I don't miss it, and I do not know when I will like reinstall it again. It's not like I'm never going to have it again. It's more like I want it for the month of January to just not have it, just be free of it a little bit. But I might come at the end of Jan and then be like, cool, I'm ready to reinstall the apps again, or maybe for a little bit longer I don't want it. So I will see how I feel, but for now, for the month of Jan, I needed to take a break, and I would highly recommend it. It does wonders for one. Then the next thing that I did was I printed my bank statements, and I went through each line for line for line for line, highlighted things that is unnecessary, highlighted unnecessary debit order that I might have because I have like a bunch of subscriptions and stuff. So I just mapped everything out to see where for the new year I can save some money, where am I spending unnecessary money. So that's always a very good activity to do. Highly, highly, highly recommend doing that. Just like going through bank statements, because believe me, you will see stuff that you did not even realize you're spending your money on. And it's all those small amounts that add up. Then the second last thing that I did was I cleaned out the whole apartment. I unpacked every cupboard, every drawer, under the bed, like everything. Unpacked everything, reorganized, chucked stuff out that didn't, just wasn't necessary anymore, or donate or give it to someone, or it has to go to the bin or whatever. And that makes me feel so good. I love doing that. And coincidentally, we normally do like a clean out before we go on holiday, and because we're going on holiday in February, it's like a good time. It's like New Year and it's before we go on our holiday. So I would highly recommend you do that. It feels like such a big weight is lifted off your shoulders when you do that. And you also find like stuff you're like, why do I still have this? Or I've been looking for this for so long. So it's quite interesting actually to go through like drawers and cupboards that you don't normally like go through day to day. But yeah, it felt really, really good to know that all of that is now cleaned out. And then lastly is my book goal. So with now deleting like social media and all those kind of things, you have some more free time, believe me. The amount of time I spend scrolling like mindlessly through those apps is ridiculous, and it's embarrassing. And now that I don't have that, and I don't have my phone that I grab the whole time when I'm not really doing anything, I am taking the time to read. And I've never been someone that had book goals or like reading goals, but this year I do. So I'm very generous with myself, and I'm giving myself a goal of 6 books, which is obviously not a lot at all, but I'm trying to just start slow and see how it goes, and also like which kind of like genre do I like to read, so I need to figure all of that out. So I do have my first book that I'm going to start very soon with, so I'm very excited about that. But yeah, so I'm going to read this year, which is very exciting, and also it makes me feel good, it makes me feel super calm, it makes me feel super like restful, and I just really like it. So much better than scrolling on my phone the whole time. So I much prefer that. So let's see how the book goal goes. But yes, we're starting out with 6. Anything more than 6 will be a good start to having a reading goal. So I'm very excited about that. So that is just the things that I did to kind of reset from 2022 and get ready for 2023, and just a mind shift that I had to undergo to, you know, be where I am right now. And I feel pretty at peace and excited for this year and everything that this year will bring. I am sure there will be some challenges, which is fine, but I am very excited and very determined to be a little bit more bold this year and just try some new things, you know, and explore a little bit and, you know, make some choices that I know will make me happy. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, happy 2023. I said that in my last video, but I hope that this year will be amazing for you. It will treat you well, and yeah, I will see you in next week's video. Bye.